Hello, welcome to the video tutorial for Stacks, the 3 to 4 player 15 card bluffing game. The goal of Stacks is to earn 40 points by playing cards into your stack and catching other players lying. In your copy of Stacks, you'll find 15 cards, 4 1s, 4 2s, 3 3s, 2 4s, 1 5, and 1 -10. As you can see, the higher numbers and the -10 are rarer in the deck than the lower numbers. Find and ready a score pad with a column for each player. Each player begins with 0 points. Shuffle the Stacks deck and place it in reach of all players. You are now ready to play. Stacks is played in rounds where players score points. Before you begin each round, check the current scores to find the turn order. The player in last place always goes first, followed by second to last, etc., with first place always taking the last turn. This order will repeat until the rounds end. If there are any ties, the younger player goes first. For the first round, however, just start with the youngest player and go clockwise. Once you know the turn order, deal 1 card to each player, which they will put in their hand. At the start of your turn, draw a card. Then, you have 2 options: play cards from your hand or fold. To play, place 1 or 2 cards from your hand face down on the table in a pile you'll build called your stack. Cards in your stack are worth points at the end of the round, so always try and build up your stack. However, there is a catch. After playing, you must make a bid, which is an assertion about the total value of all the cards in your stack. Each bid must be larger than, not equal to, the previous player's bid, if there was one. So, for example, if my stack was empty and I played a 2 and a 3, I might say 5 is my bid. Imagine another scenario where the player before me bid 6 and I am holding a 2 and a 3. As each bid needs to be higher than the previous, I couldn't bid 5. However, I could play the 2 and the 3 and bid, for example, 7. As you play cards into your stack face down, nobody else will know what they are, so you can lie on your bid, and often may have to in order to add cards to your stack and keep scoring. There is a danger to lying on your bid, however. Any player, at any time, regardless of whose turn it is, may call the last player to make a bid, assuming that player is not themselves. When a player calls, reveal the stack of the last player to bid. If the player bluffed, the caller steals the bidder's entire stack and adds it to their own. But if the player was honest, the bidder steals the caller's entire stack, except the -10 card if it is there. Either way, any call immediately ends the round. If you don't want to play any cards on your turn, perhaps because you fear you might be called and have your points stolen, there is always the option to fold on your turn. If you choose to fold, reveal your stack in hand. You don't take any more turns this round, score 0 points this round, and cannot call for the rest of the round. If every player except one folds, the round immediately ends. The round can end in 3 ways. A player calls, everybody but one player folds, or the deck runs out. If a player was taking their turn when the round ends, they lose the rest of their turn. When the round ends, all players set their hand aside and reveal their stacks. All players score points equal to the sum of all cards in their stack. After scoring, check if anyone has won with 40 points. If not, shuffle all cards back together and deal in a new round, adjusting the turn order as before. A special card in the deck is the -10 card. It is worth -10 points when scored. The best use of the -10 is adding it to your own stack, lying on your bid, and then tricking someone else into calling you. As you lied, the caller will steal your entire stack, but as that includes the -10, they will lose points. The -10 can be used in a variety of tricky ways, which we'll leave for you to discover. Always keep it in mind when choosing to call someone, because you just might end up losing points. Each round, all players draw a card to start. On your turn, draw a card. Then, Play or fold. Play puts cards from your hand into your stack. After playing, make a bid that is larger than the previous player's. Fold takes you out of the round. You don't take turns or score points and can't call for the rest of the round. If you doubt a bid, you can call. If the player lied, you steal their stack and add it to your own. If they told the truth, they steal yours, except the -10 if you have it. When anyone calls, everybody but one person folds, or the deck runs out, the round ends. All players score points equal to the total sum of the cards in their stack if they didn't fold. If anyone has 40 points, they win the game. Otherwise, start a new round, adjusting the turn order so lower scores go first. All of the most important rules can be found inside your stacks box. If you come across any rules conflicts, check this video again and then the written rules at thehexagongames.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please send them to us through our website. This has been The Hexagon Games with Stacks. Thank you for watching, and have fun.